I don't want to be saved. Don't say that it's not mine. Don't claim him. By 20 minutes cause he faded. White boy wasted shit and title. Okay. He don't want to be kept. Don't keep him. He don't want the baby. Then don't. Okay. Got that. Got that. I don't know what the hell that is. Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. Let me check. Make sure we're all good on this end. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome to the channel. I am JamiThatsMe, and I came to chit chat with you guys for a little bit this afternoon. Okay. We do have a few things to get into this afternoon. Of course, we got to talk about Miss NeNe Leakes, what's going on with her. Simon is always going to come out with a post that makes us believe that he is possibly talking about his soon-to-be ex-wife, Miss Porsha Williams. And hold on, actually, let me see. You know what? I was afraid that this was going to happen. Is this? Oh, okay. I have somebody that has to look at some of my stuff at my home, so. Oh, okay. I thought that was them. Okay, I thought they came early. Okay, cool. That's not them. Perfect. I'm like, dang, I would hate for them to have come while I'm on this live. Okay, so I won't be on long because I do have some stuff I have to do. Okay. But anywho, have to get into Simon and the things that he's posting where he's insinuating things that I feel is about Miss Porsha. Got to talk about Young Thug. Let me tell y'all, the Young Thug stuff is messy, and I haven't even been into the trial. But we are going to get into this with his attorney, though. We are going to talk about that, Tory Lanez, as well as Chrisean, Blueface, all of that. So without further ado, let us go ahead and hop right on into that. All right, make sure that you're coming in, liking up the video, all that great stuff. As we get into a few things. Actually, I need to do one more thing, y'all. It's always something that I'm needing to do. But while I'm taking care of this, make sure that you are doing your part, honey. Doing your part. All right. Uh-oh. There we go. Great. Got that out. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and hop right on into some things. I wonder if I guess we have y'all seen the situation with Michael Rainey, the young man that plays on Power? Y'all know Power is back. Power Ghost. I got a chance to check that out this past weekend, and it was all right. It was okay. That was all right. Like, some of the scenes is not hitting like they used to hit. It was giving a bit of amateur, just a little bit. Some stuff just, I don't know. Y'all be taking too long to get the shows back to us. And then, didn't they say they're going to split this one up because this is the final season? They're supposed to give us oh so many, and then we're going to take a break. Then they're going to give us the rest of the season. Like, I don't know. We shall see what's going to happen with that, but I watched it this past week, so that's cool. Well, Michael Rainey got a chance to go on somebody's live, and I don't know, everybody wants to be like Hassanat, and I think there's room for everybody to be in that arena or whatnot, if that's what they want to do. So they're saying that he was, SA'd as he was standing up there. And, I guess the people were streaming. I think it was some little kids in the room. It was some other folks in the room. And this young lady just walked up and grabbed him by his sack. Ma'am. And I feel like what he really wanted to do was throw her off him. But, because he seemed so caught off guard. But I think he was careful because of the kids that were in front of him. And then also the fact that he was being streamed live. But I think he felt extremely uncomfortable. All right, with that video. Now, what I saw on the video was, I don't know if it was this guy here who they're saying streamer Tyleel, if that's his name. I'm not sure if it was him that kneeled down to talk to those children, the little kids, or if it was somebody else. But I feel like they knew this was going to happen. I don't know why, and maybe that's not fair, but I feel like they knew this was going to happen. I think that he told the sister to probably go and do that, thinking it was going to get like a reaction and get more streams and all of this, that people going to come check him out and this, that, and the other. Right? So people called out the fact that, Michael Rainey was SA'd, he was assaulted or whatnot, and he eventually came out with a statement, right? This young man also came out with a statement as well. We'll get into his statement first, then we'll get into Michael's, okay? The guy says, after the actions that occurred during my stream last night, I would like to sincerely apologize to Michael and his family for what took place. My little sister was completely wrong and out of line. What she did was very inappropriate and unacceptable. I am truly embarrassed and disgusted by her actions. I completely respect whatever direction Michael wants to go in this situation. After watching the clip, I was completely taken aback by what she did. I will take extreme precautions with future streams to avoid similar issues and have banned her from participating in future streams. I do not condone any type of assault. I feel like Michael's not going to do anything. I feel like I don't know. I think he just gonna he probably feel like they're gonna learn their lesson based on all of the heat that they're getting. So he may not do anything. But I feel like that boy knew. I feel like it was a scheme that he set up to come to Michael with the BS for clout purposes, in my personal, okay? And that's just my personal opinion. That is not a fact. That it's very possible that's not what happened. But that's what I take from it, okay? Let's keep going. So Michael comes out and says, at this point, everyone has seen the video circulating online. I am still in shock and don't fully know how to process what happened last night. This is an unfortunate situation that I do not condone in any way. I can't take it lightly because I know I would be in serious trouble if the roles were reversed. I know that's right. Yes, you would, baby. You will be in all kind of trouble. So shut the hell down. Episode 1 drop and then it ain't dropping no more. Okay? He says the fact is SA is never okay, regardless of gender or status. We're all human and we should respect each other. Most importantly, we should always respect ourselves. I know that's right, baby. Always respect yourself. Hello, God, I know that's right. Because she was wrong for that. Better be glad that wasn't my child. You done reached down, you would have pulled back a nub, little girl. Okay, don't you put your hands on my kid. I don't care how old they, don't put your hands on them. Ma'am, now I don't know what your mama do around here, but let me tell you what I do. Okay, we don't get down. We don't play them games, little girl. Okay, so somebody need to be laying into her ass right now, getting her together. Don't you go around doing no shit like that, and don't you let nobody convince you to go around and do no shit like that. You understand? Period. But I don't know. It seems like from this message, I don't think he's gonna press charges or anything like that. But who knows? He might get pressured to do so. But yeah, that's what's going on with him. I hate that happened. I feel like that is so embarrassing. Like being streamed in front of thousands of people, and somebody just walk up on you and then grope. Like that was just such a violation. That's just such a bad, I did look at her face. If you could see her face in the corner, like, yeah, what you gonna do? I can't. That's too much, young ma'am. Okay, that is too much. So, girl, yeah, that's what's going on with Michael Rainey. That is his situation, and we are about to slide over. Y'all, why y'all ain't tell me Gatorade had water? I ain't no Gatorade had water, girl. They talking about this alkaline water with some electrolytes or whatnot. I mean, it ain't bad. It's not that bad. Okay, girl, they need to give me a little piece of sponsorship because they know I drink some water. But anywho, honey, that's all that's going on with Michael Rainey. Let us go ahead and move on, all right? I want to get into NeNe Leakes real quick, okay? Because, girl, it look like her landlord is still on her arse, and I'm trying to figure out which home was this. Is this the home that we saw NeNe in when she was sitting on the bed, laying down on the bed? When she was talking to us that one time going live, or did she move somewhere else? Or is this I feel like every year NeNe is getting sued or her money is getting snatched the hell up in some fashion. Because I keep seeing stuff happening with NeNe financially, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I be like, can y'all just bring her over for Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, or y'all not doing that no more? Can y'all give her like a friend role, like on at least 2 episodes of Real Housewives of Atlanta, so that lady could get her some money? Cause I feel like she shut down Lanithia Lounge. Haven't heard anything about that, so I don't believe that's open anymore. And then every other year, I feel like, or damn near every year, we're hearing that she's being sued. I think last year she was being sued by a photographer. Now they over here saying that her ex-landlord is attempting to garnish her wages, baby. Garnish that bank account over a 5-figure debt. Whoo. Ooh, they're saying former Real Housewives of Atlanta star NeNe Leakes, former landlord, is making moves to collect in court. Okay, he's trying to get $25,000, and that was the judgment. Now, according to the court documents, they're saying the landlord, who was awarded the five-figure sum over alleged unpaid rent on NeNe's now closed swag boutique. Okay, so I'm thinking it was for an apartment. I stand corrected. This is for the boutique. Oh my God. And then right before the boutique was shut the hell down, the employees was coming out and alleging that they never was getting paid by Miss NeNe. Oh, Jesus. See, this is why I just want to always be a humble person. You know I get on here and I talk my little stuff sometimes, make y'all laugh a little kiki hee hee. But girl, it's just about how you go about moving. And, I just prefer to be on the humble end and understand and realize that life can change up for you at any moment. Because it was giving heavy on the I'm rich, bitch. I'm cashing Trump checks. Remember that? And now look where we are today. I don't wish that on nobody. I hope that she's able to get this thing figured the hell out, because this is crazy work. Okay, according to the court documents, yeah, so they're saying they fired off her summons to Truist Bank. She has to pay this money on her now closed swag boutique. And I know that's a lot of money. Hell, based on all of that, she probably wish she would have just owed the people for unpaid rent at the apartment, because it probably wouldn't be this much when you renting out a retail space. They said the summons informed Truist of the debt NeNe owes. They said it instructed the bank to immediately hold all money. Girl, these folks said hold all your money, NeNe. Girl, we might have to go down there and protest for NeNe. Girl, they finna hold all your money, including your wages and other property, except for what is known to be exempt, including property in safe deposit boxes and similar property that you hold belonging to the defendant named above, beginning on the day of service of this summons, including the next 5 days. NeNe, if you have a storage unit that has valuables in it, you came out better just giving them the key and just letting them sell whatever they need. Because, people make a living off that stuff. They like to buy up storage units that used to belong to celebrities and then turn around and sell the items that's in there for, high value or whatever like that. So, girl, you probably came out better just giving them the key to your storage room. Because that big old house you had, I know when you got into that apartment, you had to downsize. You had to put the stuff somewhere. So this is horrible. I hate this for her so much, especially with her son, Brent, going through his health situation and stuff and trying to get him back and nurse him back to good health and stuff. See, and it's sad to say, y'all, but y'all remember her famous words, you can't win when you dirty? NeNe, what other dirt did you do, baby? Because they saying you can't win when you dirty, which is why we finna run up in your account and take all your wages and any other deposits you think you finna have. It's ours, okay? They said in the lawsuit filed in August of 2023, all right, the landlord claimed NeNe signed a lease in 2017. NeNe closed the store during the pandemic. Now, see, I feel like, I know y'all gonna eat me up in the comments, girl, because that's just how y'all is. Okay. But I feel like in 2020, that was very terrible for a lot of people, especially business-wise, when you relied on your business to take care of your family. And it has been so many businesses to close down. I do think a bit of leniency could have been given, considering the fact that she did close during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they could have just maybe not make it 5 figures, but possibly 4. Possibly 4. But also, NeNe, you do know that you owe this money, girl. You should have been trying to pay. You should have made a payment arrangement. How about that? You should have just made a payment arrangement to prevent these people from garnishing your wages. So now you're finna be tied the hell up. And I'm hoping that the man that she's been dating, that African, is able to help out in some way. shape, fashion. I don't know. But they said she reopened the boutique for a brief period before eventually closing it for good in 2022. The landlord said the reality star failed to pay $22,000 in rent. After she vacated the location, they said NeNe commented on a social media post that referenced the lawsuit. So yeah, oh yeah, I remember that. She said that Greg signed that lease, not her. Greg signed the lease, not me. He ain't here. Baby, I can't. And y'all know this was after Greg passed away, so I guess she felt like it wasn't her responsibility at all. If Greg was still here, even while he was on his deathbed, I think Greg would have made sure them bills got paid for that. Despite the landlord claiming NeNe was served with legal paperwork at her $1 million Atlanta condo, the reality star failed to respond to the claims in court. I do kind of feel bad for NeNe. I know a lot of us don't. I know we don't care for real, Haki, but I do feel bad for her. Like, imagine you're like, if nobody else supported NeNe, I feel like Greg did. He really had her back. And now you don't even have him. You know what I'm saying? And you probably got you got these people around you, but who's to say they're really your friends? That you probably don't really trust them like that for real. So who really got your best interest at heart? I hate Greg gone, baby. That is so sad. And ever since that man has left, she has been dealing with like financial stuff after financial stuff. Her son having his car accidents, the other son being arrested on what was it, drugs or whatever. Baby mama, one of his baby mamas being on her ass. Like, it's just been so much. You got Yanni, the new dude she messing with, wife trying to sue her for messing with her husband. Like, girl, it's just been a whole lot of. It's been a whole lot, okay? They say as a result, in November 2023, the judge granted a default judgment. He awarded the landlord the $22,000 in unpaid rent with interest, totaling up to $25,631. NeNe was made her, they're talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta and the last time she was on television, okay? They talk about one of her sons being arrested for possession of fentanyl, and he pled not guilty to the charges. The case is open, and NeNe don't plan on doing anything for him or get him an attorney. And I don't really blame her. You know, one, that's his situation. You are getting older, so you have to be responsible for your own SHI. I'm rich, not you. And then also, she probably ain't got it all like that, like she used to have it like that. And she probably been too busy worrying about Brent to be worried about Bryson or whatnot. It's just really sad. Dang, NeNe. And so in my head, I'm like, girl, you know you came across $25,000 between 2022 and now. You came across that money. But BIT, when you owe the IRS, girl, they change up a lot of stuff, honey. Everybody be trying to get that coin, but you got to make sure the IRS get theirs first. Hello? So that lady probably had a lot of hard times. Like, girl, And I'm not going to say if she felt like Bravo was doing her wrong, she should have sat in the BS. I don't think so. But sometimes you just got to be strategic about your long-term. I don't think she had no long-term goal or plan in mind. I don't think she properly thought this situation out when she decided to comfort them. I think she operated and moved with expectation that things were supposed to just, fall in her lap, happen for her. Everything was going to work out. Like, I don't know what she was thinking. But a lot of stuff is not aging well. And I really hate that for NeNe. But good luck. Let's keep going. Let's get into Simon, all right? Porsha's soon-to-be ex-husband. He over here being messy like he always is because he's enjoying making it onto the blogs, okay? And whenever he gives these questions, I believe Porsha feel like they hit her as well. So she be feeling the need to respond too. His question is it appropriate to exchange expensive gifts with an ex while legally married to someone else? Inquiring minds want to know. I woke up curious. Off-topic responses will get you restricted or blocked. Listen, it depends on who the ex is, I guess, child. Because I feel like Dennis could have gifted her something that was expensive. Mother's Day wasn't that long ago, was it? Maybe it was Dennis that is the mother of his child. Okay, so maybe Dennis did it, but if it wasn't Dennis and somebody else that was an ex that gave her something, if you're talking about Miss Porsha, I mean, maybe that's wrong, but I also feel like you can't ask that question when you over there frolicking around with different women over there in Dubai. So you answer that first. Is it appropriate to exchange date nights or whatever with somebody over there in Dubai while you legally married in the United States? So you let us know. Okay? Is it appropriate to be paying for meals and stuff and taking people out on dates and doing what you doing over there while you still married? Period. So, yeah, that's what he talking about, y'all. But he ain't talking about that for real, for real. Porsha's gonna come back and respond, possibly. Y'all already know Simon been trying to say this lady been cheating on him anyway. And Simon, like Porsha may be in the house because the judge gave her temporary, time to or whatever to be in that home. Girl, that man probably got them cameras on. He probably got cameras in that house that she don't know shit about. So, and she probably be sitting over there to herself. She probably did get an expensive gift and probably be sitting over there like, now how the fuck he know that? How the hell he know what I got? Girl, because some cameras is everywhere. You might want to get you one of them little scanning things that people be taking to the hotels to see where the camera's located at in the house. So you know exactly where you can and cannot go to, talk your stuff or do whatever you're going to do inside that man's house. So, I don't know, girl. But that's what's going on. So either way, honey, good luck. Okay. Let's see what else I had up here. Oh, so Shannon Sharp. Let's talk about him briefly. Shannon Sharp did an interview with Ray J. I'm not going to lie, y'all. I was supposed to go watch that interview last weekend. I forgot. I ain't watch it. Haven't watched it yet at all. But I do know from when we did the OLFP, Ray J mentioned that he had an experience with a woman in her 30s that had to teach him how to bathe or something like that because he was dirty or whatever. I need whoever that woman is, because y'all know Ray J does like to fabricate and over exaggerate stories. So sometimes I feel like I take what he says with a grain of salt because I don't be knowing what's really factual and what's not. But if this is actual factual, you need to have her come to the front. And we need to go ahead and send her off the way we've sent other people off. Because, ma'am, that is a damn violation. Then we need to call your mama and your daddy to the front because I need to understand what the hell they was doing that you over there in somebody else's house. Okay? Getting filled up, rubbed up, and touched up on. That's what I'm trying to understand. But let's see if they got the audio so we can hear where Ray J done sat up here and told Shannon.
You went after some older women, bro.
He's good.
Yeah, I'm like,
I love it.
I'm looking at it, I'm like,
listen. Shay,
is it true, kid? If I go out of the name, could you?
Shay Shay,
yeah.
You have a fucking book. You've
My
been
team
asking
good,
questions.
man. The team good,
Yo.
man. Was it the allure of an older woman? It was the fact that somebody was like 15, 20, 30 years older than you. What was your attraction? Was it the name? Was it the allure? What was it?
With an older woman back in the day when I was like 15, 14, I had a girl, she was like 34. I was like 14. How long is that? 14, 20. That's
19, 20 years.
20 years older. What the older woman made me realize was that I was dirty. And I needed to be cleansed.
Yeah.
I need to be cleansed. I was dirty, right? Literally. Mm-hmm. Dirty-minded. Dirty in the field. And bodily dirty. So my little 30-year-old, like she was, I think, 34. I'm gonna say D. You know what I'm talking about. So I would go over to her house. She had all white. And what happened was she told me to take a shower one day before I got in her bed. So I took a shower. I just rubbed myself. I thought I did. I mean, everywhere. Shit. I get out the shower and I take the white towel and I dry myself off. And the towel, dirty as a dirty, it's still dirty.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably bathed myself drying off better than I did in the shower, right? Towel dirty than a motherfucker. So she started tripping. That ain't how it goes. So she put me in the tub in roses and bathed me every night until I got in the bed. And the tub was, I mean, it was unsittable. Nobody could sit in there after that. It was just a pool with the ring around it. It was really dirty.
Yeah.
So they really taught me how to be clean. And that's why I love an older woman, because they really just, they like bathed me. They cleansed me of all dirt and all sin back in the day. And I'll never forget them.
I can't stand him, bro. Like, I can't. I mean, you know, we love Ray J, and he gets on our nerves. He's like the sibling that just irritates you, right? I am having such a hard time believing what he's saying. I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. And he's talking about how he gets into bed with this person every night. She bathed him every night before he got into bed. It's something cringeworthy about that. I saw somebody ask in the comments, "What if it was Whitney?" Girl, if it was, you know they're gonna still eat her up after death, right? They were about 18 years apart though, versus the 20 he's mentioning, but I don't know. But yeah, I feel like Shannon. I don't know if Shannon is. Y'all know Shannon don't always be all the way there in the room. He just be asking the questions, but he don't really be there in the room when the shit is being said. Because I'll never forget how he was talking about after Amanda Seals told him all about her mama, he still thought her mama was white. Like, Shannon don't really be there. But they're talking so casually about it like he wasn't violated. They're talking about it like it's just the norm. And I feel like people do often try to make it sound like that. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to women being older than the men or whatever. Like, oh, you like dating older. And they do it sometimes with the younger girls. Like, oh, the young girls like dating older men. Young guys like to date older women. Like, no. The older people like to the younger ones. Okay? They like to violate the younger ones. Like, that's what it is. I don't know why we, reverse that to make it sound like it's a normal thing. And that's what happened. So this man, who's a journalist named Ernest Owens, came to the front and said, listen, he said, I'll say this and move on, but I seriously can't stand to watch or hear another thing about this club Shay Shay show again. Ray J recently shared on an episode how a woman in her 30s helped him to cleanse himself at the age of 14. She would bathe him before they had sex. Shannon Sharp doesn't address this with concern and instead marketed this clip on the show's Instagram as dating older women. Ray J shares his experience. He says a 14-year-old isn't dating. Come on, isn't dating a 30-year-old. It's called grooming. It's called M station, and it's called SA. That's what it's called. So let's call a thing a thing. And I feel like, one, Shannon wasn't in the room. And then two, I feel like because people talk about it so commonly just in those terms. Oh, I know I went to school with some high school girls. They was dating older dudes and da-da-da-da-da, making it sound like it's a normal thing and it's completely okay when it really isn't. I feel like that's why he didn't immediately click and respond right then. But then Shay Shay he just don't be reading the room. He don't be in the room. He can't even read it because he don't be in there. In today's age, it's completely different. That should have caused for concern. Because if I'm sitting in the interview, and I get it, like sometimes when you're interviewing people, it doesn't cross your mind when you're in the moment, and after it's over, you be like, oh, dang, I should have asked this, I should have asked that. But I would think that if I'm interviewing him and he's telling me about 14, 30, my first question is, where was your parents? Where were your parents? Why were you so free or neglected for you to go about and spend time night after night after night at another person's house and your parents not be privy? Were they that busy with Brandy? Was your dad out that much? Like, let's break that down. I will be trying to dive deeper into that. I don't know. I think I wonder what's gonna happen with Club Shay Shay. I think he's doing really good, but I think something gonna happen. I'm not wishing bad on him at all, but he just got to work on some stuff. He just got to work on some shit because he don't be in the room. He don't be in the room. I think he's more focused on what the numbers look like, what the chick look like, what that coin look like. And he just allows his space, which I understand. He allow people to come on his show and talk completely freely. But his follow-ups and stuff is becoming an issue every episode. And it's going to be one episode he just not going to be able to let go. It's going to be one episode that he really going to fuck up on. So, I don't know, girl, but, I respect this person, Mr. Ernest Owens, saying he can't rock with the Shay Shay no more, based on how he handled this, saying that he was dating an older woman. Child, that's a mess. Oh, so did he say that in the interview? Now, keep in mind, I have not seen the full thing. So, T. Hutch says he didn't ask because it was already stated that he was left to his own devices. While they were away with Brandy, his grandma didn't know he would leave out. Oh, my. That is terrible. That I wonder if his parents ever found out at a later time, or if this is their first time hearing about this as this video is surfacing over social media. That is, ooh, child, girl, good night. Excuse me. All right, y'all. So that's what we got with Ray J Club, Shay Shay, Ernest Owens. You guys continue to leave your thoughts and comments down below. Okay. Let's go ahead and move on. All right. Stephen A. Smith. First of all, y'all, I got a chance to see Bad Boys over the weekend, and when I say that it was really good, like it was really good. Like I really, really, really enjoyed it. Okay. They had a little piece of eye candy in there. Mr. Will Smith, the guy that played Will Smith's son, I forgot his name. I said, ooh, the girls want to really be checking for you, sir. I said, oh, he finna be booking a whole lot more roles, okay? They're going to make this man a piece of eye candy out here. But anywho, Stephen A. Smith goes on a rant about Will Smith, because I guess he feels a way about the slap that was given to Chris Rock during the not the Grammys, but I believe it was the Oscars or whatever, like a year or so ago. And he has some things to say. So let us listen to what Stephen A. Smith is yelling at us about today.
Use the word forgivable or forgiveness. That's for Chris Rock to deal with. It's his call. He could have had the man arrested that night and insisted to the LAPD that that not be the case. Could have pressed charges thereafter and insisted on not doing that to Will Smith, not making the incident any bigger than what it was. Yes, he came out with his own flick, the next fix, got about $20 million for it. After taxes, he probably walked home with about $6 million. But Chris Rock is damaged. In the day and age of mental illness or traumatic incidences that affects one's mind and psyche and what have you, yeah, you might see him at Knicks games. Yeah, you might see him still going about the business of performing on tour or doing his job or handling his business. Chris Rock will never get over that. Ever. Will Smith apologized. When we use the word forgivable.
I hate that I didn't get to hear the rest of what he said. I guess it didn't matter because social media began to drag him about it and saying that Will Smith don't owe you a motherfucking thing. So you need not ask, you need not say anything else about it. You need let it go, basically. So it seems like he may have come back to kind of like clear up some things. So let's see what he says here.
Like that happens, and it was a blemish on all of us. Because I know how much white America reveres Will Smith. And the thinking along the lines in my mind was, hell, if he did that, what would the rest of us do?
Shut your ass up. I'm sorry. I can't take it. I can't take it. I'm not going to be able to listen to it. I see why they cut you off the first time. Do not bring the black community and black America into how your personal feelings are. That is how you feel. Black America don't give a damn what the white America thinking, because black America showed the fuck up and supported this film, and now they made over $100 million. Okay, so we're not really trying to hear all of that bullshit that you over there spewing out and talking about. I really feel like you ain't saying shit. I feel like you probably got a personal vendetta against Will. I don't know if you're jealous about the fact that this man was able to go on and be an actor and make way more than you make sitting in your chair and chit-chatting about the people in sports every day. I don't know what that's about, that you spend more time in the studio and he doesn't spend as much time, and when he walk out he's going to leave with millions and you may leave with a few thousands. Like I'm confusion about that. And then it's you trying to talk about the black community for me. You really want us. It's funny. You really want the black community to not be judged by Will Smith's actions when they was judging us before they brought us the fuck over here, and kept putting and continue to this day to put different things in place to keep us from exceeding? Are you dumb as hell? You just be on your mic yelling into your mic. And when we say a lot of people don't deserve mics, we really put you in that number. You one of those people. And I really hate that you, who I guess I don't know what you got going on over there with sports, but I guess it wasn't giving you enough. So then you decided to switch it and get into current events, pop culture, whatever. Now you want to talk about those subject matters, and I really wish you would have held on to it. Just hold on to, just loud. Like, when is his time? I feel like Megan, like, bitch, your time up. Why is you not clocking out? Like, what's going on? Why is you not clocking out? Your time is up. We don't want to hear any more, baby. Okay. So I'm just like, shut up. I couldn't even let him finish. I'm not going to let him finish. I'm not going to do it. He sounds stupid as hell. Okay, somebody said black people were getting judged by white America before the slap and after the slap. Will doesn't owe us a thing at all in my personal. And where was your voice at, since you want to speak on subject matters that are outside of sports? Did you have a very, very vocal opinion when it came to all these black men that were slain and black children, young boys slain for absolutely no goddamn reason? Where was your voice then? Because your voice damn sure louder than mine. Okay, in more ways than one. So you should really use yours for better reasons. In my personal, instead of wasting America's time because you feel a way about Will Smith and how he's able to go on and excel and do better financially. Girl, he don't get I'm not finna deal with Stephen ass Smith. We not finna do it. But anyway, girl, good luck. Let's keep going because I have things to do, so I have to keep going. Let's see. What is this? Oh, this is Tory Lanez, y'all. I don't know why the image is not showing up. There we go. So who knew Tory Lanez got married? I did not know that. Now, did they get married for love? No. I don't think they got married for love at all. I think that they may have gotten married so that he can have access to certain stuff when it comes to, I don't know. You know, maybe she gets certain privileges as a wife. Right. So if there was ever an issue to where he needed to communicate with somebody that he couldn't communicate with, then he possibly, I would think, would be able to relay certain messages through the wife. OK, and I'm wondering also why she decided to file now, because they're saying that she's filing for a divorce now. My question is, are you filing for a divorce because you're not in love, or are you filing for a divorce because he's trying to put you in a position that could have you compromised and you're like, let me get the fuck out of this? Is what I'm wondering. I don't know. Because I don't even think that was together when he got locked up, right? So they're saying, as some of you may remember, Tory and Rainey quietly jumped the broom in the midst of his legal troubles in June 25th of 2023. Just short of a year later, Rainey has filed for a divorce due to irreconcilable differences. According to TMZ, she also wants to get legal custody of their son, Kai. Of course, girl, he ain't going to be able to do that with the baby for the next few years. You're going to have to get full custody. I don't even know why that would be a question when the other party is locked up. You know, I think custody should automatically go to the sole parent that's going to have to take care of them during that time. You know, I don't know. I feel like that's not a really good look for her to have married him, seeing that, you know, people be on his ass about this situation that happened with Megan. Although I've said it before and I'll say it again, Tory was going to go to jail anyway, despite anything that happened with Megan, because he was already a felon. He was never supposed to be with a weapon. And because he was around one and he had one, girl, he was the chances was getting very slim for him. So period, he was gonna be gone. So I'm really surprised that she would even connect herself, even though she's already connected by child, but to further connect herself in a marriage with him is interesting. But maybe she did it for the kid. You know what I'm saying? From his sentencing hearing and engagement announcement to his bail motion wedding announcement, Tory Lanez's relationship status has advanced rapidly in the last few weeks. His fiance is now his wife, according to a new motion. Okay, and their child was 6 years old at the time. This wasn't a marriage of love. This was a marriage of something else. Some type of privileges, access of some sort, and that's what it was. And maybe she probably done found her a real NIGGA that she really want to be with, because I don't think they was together anyway. So maybe she found her somebody she really wants to be with, and the person's like, well, we can't move forward until you get a divorce from over here. She probably like, well, let me go and get a damn divorce. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, yikes. We hate that. We hate that for Miss Ma'am, but we love to see it at the same time. So hopefully she get the divorce and gone on about her business, child. Ooh. Either way. Good luck. All right. Let's keep going. Yes, it's running right on through this thing, honey. What else we got? Oh, girl, y'all saw Chrisean walked in the damn jail with the baby. Walked out in cuffs. I cannot. Girl, let me refresh it. Walked in the jail, or not the jail, but the courthouse with the baby and walked out in cuffs. On an active warrant now. Active warrant. So it seems like Blueface may have had a hearing of some sort. So she was going to be there for his hearing, knowing that she had a warrant out on her the whole time. But I could have sworn, because I try not to keep up with them, but they throw it in my face so much. I could have sworn that he didn't want to have nothing to do with her. Am I tripping? Maybe I am, because, I have been out the loop just a little bit. But I thought he didn't want to have nothing to do with her. So for her to show up to this man's hearing, it's like, did he even want you there? Or you was just showing up trying to further force the support, showing him that you got support for him, or were you showing up for clout purposes or something like that? I don't know. Because she has been seen doing video saying that she was not going to turn herself in. She was not going to do any jail time because of her baby. She didn't want to miss out, with her kid. But girl, you had a few charges on you. This is They said Chrisean previously addressed an active warrant on her Instagram Live earlier this year and mentioned that she had no plans of turning herself in. Why? Well, she said she didn't want to be away from her son. They said, while we're not sure if today's arrest stems from the warrant she discussed in March or if it's something new, it's important to note that the warrant she addressed on Live was concerning an incident in 2022 when she was over there having drugs on her. Now, y'all know she also had that situation with the Tabar's backup singer. Right? And I think that I felt like he was suing her, but he may have also pressed charges on her as well. So I feel like she got a lot of charges and she gonna have to sit there. And then the whole thing was, y'all, they tried to figure out what the hell they was finna do with the baby. What they was finna do with the baby, child. Why the mama, Blueface mama, and the daddy over there getting into it? Because the daddy is like, he ain't getting no motherfucking child. Girl, I can't take it. These folks ain't there.
I'm here for all that bullshit. I'm here to support you, right? So I'm giving orders, man. I'm gonna give those orders. I'm not gonna go.
But you was giving orders by that same girl that don't like to listen, right? So now she legitimate since she giving you orders.
All my shit don't go to the side for somebody else. Shit. She gave orders what to do with the baby. Am I right or wrong? Thank you. Shit. So you follow the orders. She will live and learn.
Who the fuck follow any of Chrisean orders? Like, let's be real.
You feel me? You feel me?
Right.
Oh, he living at Chrisean house?
Thank you. Shit, y'all just want to jump. Thank y'all just want to jump in and tell people shit off of it. I'm not trying to get no.
Thank you, Carlissa. I'm with you on that one. Exactly.
I don't watch the baby 5% of the time. Let's not get it twisted. I'm not in the fucking house watching. I'm not the babysitter.
Oh, he not the babysitter, child.
I've been in there for fucking time where it was needed. Oh, damn.
This fool said, I've been there during the times where it was needed only. And you don't think that is needed now? Are you okay?
Y'all online thinking I'm the fucking babysitter. My job ain't no fucking babysitter, goddammit.
But that's what everybody looked at you at on the internet.
Shit, whatever. It's about him. They're trying to make it about this baby. It's about Jonathan today. That's why you're here for all this. That's why you're here for all this. We know that. We know that. We know this. Goddamn teeth. Get out of my teeth.
That's crazy.
Yeah, want to go against somebody's will. You feel me? Fuck you. Your ugly ass.
Now he done called the lady ugly. Now they always got to be ugly after you done slept with them, child.
Your ugly ass out of here. Shit.
whoa. Listen, I hate it for the baby. I hate it for that baby, y'all. This baby got dysfunctional parents and grandparents. Who is gonna get her child while she locked up? I think they said somebody named Marsh. I think they said somebody named Marsh has the baby, which is a good friend of Chrisean's. So I guess the grandparents know got the baby, or anybody else got the baby. So we'll see. They got her locked up. She does not have a bond at all at this time. So I feel no ways. I feel no ways. I knew this time was going to come. I feel like they took too damn long. I hate that they waited till after she had a baby for their ass to come to the front and snatch her the hell up. Okay? But you can't be around here walking around like you Miss Billy Badass and ain't nobody going to do nothing to you. And you thought you was going to be up forever. This is another thing. You got to be careful. You thought you was going to be up forever. You tried to strong arm Zeus and them, I guess, into giving you more money. And then Zeus and them was like, nah, we done with her. Okay? I was so glad Blueface got locked up. Hate to say it, because I was like, hopefully all these antics calm down and y'all stop trying to force them into our faces over here on social media, because every day, all day, they was good for at least 5 posts. I'm just like, come on. This is a whole lot. This is too freaking much. Thank you so much, Miss Dejay. I hope I said that right, for the super chat. Thank you. Yeah, that's our friend March. Been taking care of the baby since the baby was born. Gotcha. What? So she been taking care of the baby since the baby was born? So wait a minute. Has she been like a nanny to the baby? Because then that leads me to further believe that whenever Chrisean would go live with this child, she was using that baby for clout and coin. Okay? That is so disturbing. I hate that so much for that baby, and it really makes it worse when I see his condition, because I don't know if his situation or his condition is cruda chat, is what I believe they call it, because he does look like a young child that has cruda chat, but it would be something that just happens. It's nothing that the parent would have done to have caused that. But then also, I don't know if it could have been from her drinking and smoking while she was pregnant with him. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, she just and I don't see how all these folks looked up to her the way that they do. Just like Chaos. Girl, good luck. I don't know when her hearing's going to be or what is going to be what. But she ain't got no bond. Matter of fact, let me hop over to Gossip of the City real quick, because I know they had more details on that situation. Let me see. Because I think she had what her charges were. Okay, yeah. So she got to put the girl whole information up. 185 pounds. Really? She's 5'6". Okay. Okay. Failure to display a tax stamp on CDS, distribution of CDS. I do believe that CDS stands for some type of like serious drugs or whatnot. So that's that. And then I don't even know if she was arrested on this situation. This seems like the situation tied to Tamar's friend, backup singer. I'm sorry, I can't. James Wright, I think is his name. James Wright. Assault with a deadly weapon. These two and battery on a person with injury. And this took place in November of 2023. So, girl, you're going to be sitting there. State of California, child. And where is this one? Is this in California too? I'm not sure where Craig County is, but this might be in California. But I know she was on live one time talking about, I guess, a charge or something she had back in Oklahoma. So she just been out here breaking all kind of laws and thinking that right gonna follow her, and it's not. Girl, not Marsh got her kids taken too. I used to believe the children are the future, but girl, the people keep snatching them up, so I don't know what the hell going on no more. Well, either way, good luck. Let us move on. Let's see here. Oh, I don't want to listen to her no more. I think she's, well, yes I do. Let me see.
I don't think none of y'all could handle none of this.
You couldn't either, because you ain't even get your own damn grandchild.
Now, I just
Fuck
walked
is you
in
talking
here
about?
to the court. I done got kicked out. I got everything on the 6 Go subscribe to watch the whole thing. I was not present. I didn't see the.
I don't like her. I'm not. I can't do it. I can't. I cannot. I can't. I cannot. I can't. Cause she is, everything about her is clout. Everything about her is clout and coin. Let me go ahead and move on, child. Y'all can listen on your own time. Is there anything else I wanted to get into? Yes. All right. Matter of fact, dang it. Ooh, did I take it down? I gotta bring it back. So we gotta get into Young Thug, okay? Let us get into Young Thug. Y'all know there's been some situations going on when it comes to his attorney, and we are about to check that out. And we got to get into this mess because I feel like it's some corruption or something going on. So let's check it out.
Yourselves cross purpose. You all are really getting yourselves cross purposes at this point in time. Sir, I'm telling you.
No. That's not the one I want to pull up yet. Okay, that is not the one I want to pull up yet. For the people that do not know, Young Thug's attorney was indeed arrested. Okay, he pretty much had some tea that he was not willing to share with the judge. Okay, and the judge had him arrested. So let me see. I wanted to pull up. Is this it? Okay, yeah, I think this might be, we'll get into this one here. All right. Is this it? No, I want the news story. I wanted the news story, but they're not giving us the news story. So basically, things got heated during the YSL RICO trial after an attorney of rapper Young Thug was taken into custody in court on Monday. Attorney Brian Steele was held in contempt of court by Judge Ural Glanville after refusing to disclose his source regarding information shared in an ex parte meeting. Okay. Now, I cannot say whether or not Young Thug has committed the crimes that he has committed. And I hate to say it, y'all, I don't really care. But what I will say is that this judge was out of motherfucking line. I do believe that. So we're going to listen to how all of this stuff really broke down when it comes to the judge and the attorney. And I'm definitely on the attorney side with this, but I'll let the actual attorneys leave their thoughts on whether or not they feel like the judge acted in the proper manner or not.
He is. He's right behind you.
Sorry. I have a motion that I need to make outside the presence of Mr. Copeland.
All right, you can make it right now. Is he out?
Let me know when
Where, is Mr. Copeland out?
No, he's a friend.
Okay, good. All right.
He finna gag the hell out of the man.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
The way I understand my constitutional obligations, pursuant to the 6th and 14th Amendments of the United States Constitution, the corresponding sections of the Georgia Constitution, I'm required to make a full and complete statement to the court. For the record, and if God forbid this goes up on appeal for the appellate courts or another tribunal, commission, or administrative body, I was told, based upon information and belief, that when we arrived at 8:30, 9 o'clock today, we did not come into your courtroom until almost 11:30. And what I found out just recently, this is not waived, is that supposedly in chambers, this honorable court reporter at times, honorable court at times, district attorney or district attorneys from the DA's office, as well as investigators, sheriff deputies, Mr. Copeland and his counsel met together. None of the defense team, to my knowledge, was aware that this was going on. It was told, based upon information belief, that it was told to the district attorneys that Mr. Copeland intended to plead the Fifth Amendment. Then I was told, based upon information belief, that Adrian Love, the lawyer for Mr. Copeland, and this court were together, and Ms. Love made representations that John Melnick supposedly spoke with some attorneys for the accused and wrote an email to Ms. Love, to Adrian Love, stating that Mr. Melnick does not represent the witness, and that Mr. Melnick wrote an email saying F you, and then somehow that email was CC'd to me. That never...
Mr. Steele, can I interrupt you for just a second?
What would you
I'm
like?
kind of disturbed because that's ex parte. All that was an ex parte conversation. How did you find out about any of that?
Well, I'm disturbed too, and the reason
Well, I'm asking you a question.
And I'm
How
gonna
did you
answer
find
your
out
question.
about it?
I'm going to answer...
Y'all see this? He's more upset about not so much as the conversation that was being had, but more so about how he found out about it. Right out the gate, I feel like you wrong. The man is supposed to be a part of those conversations. Why are you pulling a witness in with a conversation with you and the prosecution? And it's the prosecution's witness. That's given very sketchy. And then it's crazy about how long this trial has been going on. I feel like the damn trial about been going on for about a year. I don't know. Maybe I'm confusing it with what YNW Melly, because it's been on trial, and like it's just a whole lot of damn going on. I did hear that the prosecution team has a ton of witnesses, and maybe that's what's dragging out. But this judge is not to be trusted, is what it's giving. And I feel like the judge and this attorney may have had some back and forth previously anyway. But yeah, the judge is pressed. That man said he is disturbed, okay? That man said he is disturbed at how you got this information, and I'm asking you how you got it, okay? I'm not going to tell you that, sir. I want you to hear that's not the matter at hand. How I got it ain't the issue. It's the fact that it happened. And that's what you need to be focusing on, because you're operating unethically. Okay? That's what we need to be talking about.
to the question.
Okay.
Scuttle, if you look at SCUDDER versus state, which is 298 Georgia, 438, it's Division 2, 782 Southeast 2D 638, 2016. Our highest court says when a court meets, because Mr. Copeland comes in, meets with the court supposedly made statements, which I assume is somewhat accurate based upon what you just said. We're entitled, Mr. Williams and every other person wrongly charged here is entitled under the Georgia Constitution to be present. That's a critical stage.
It's just like when you meet with me, and you and Mr. Adams meet with me, and others have met with me. It's those are ex parte for a lot of different other reasons, but I will certainly note that for purposes of record.
Well, I'm going forward.
You noting it for purposes of record because you don't know what else the fuck your ass said, and you also don't know what else the fuck he knows about your ass either. Okay?
What I was
Make a note.
told was that Mr. Copeland said...
And you haven't answered my question yet.
I'm not going to.
You're not?
No, I will not answer that question.
Why will you not answer that question?
Because I want to make sure that what I say is accurate, and I'm not trying to...
No. I'm asking you, how did you get this information?
This man is giving... I'm not answering your question because I'm here to expose you, not expose my source. That's what we're here for. We're here to expose you, sir, not my source.
I'm not telling the court. What I'm saying is based upon information.
Okay, well, listen, if you don't tell me how you got this information, then you and I are going to have some problems.
We can have his... I have problems right now.
Okay, I know. Look, I don't want to know about your problems, okay, at this point in time. All I'm asking you at this point in time is, how did you come upon this information? Look, if the case gets reviewed, the record's going to be available for our appellate court and for whatever reason. But it's disturbing that how somehow you have surreptitiously gotten information in regards to the court's private ex parte conversations with a party. I mean,
A witness, fool. Thank you. Thank you, sir. He told me something, a party. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to finesse this man. Like he ain't studied the same law that you done sat up here and studied. He just ain't no judge, sir. You trying to play in this man's face, talk about a damn party when you knew this witness had been sworn in. You knew you was out of line, and you knew that man was supposed to be in that room when y'all had that conversation. Girl, he finna eat.
Tell him, this is what I was told. If this is not true, not true. This court handed Mr. Copeland
tell me how you got the information.
Listen, whatever you want to do.
Tell me how you got the information, then we can go ahead and go forward.
I'm not going to say that. What I'm going to say is...
We need to go forward because I feel like your credibility, your position on this case is now becoming in question to where I hope they try and get you removed off the case, sir. Okay? So that's what you need to be focused on, but you're more focused on how he got the information. Absolutely not. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
This, I was told, and I hope this concerns the court.
It
I was
concerns
told-
me that you have proprietary information.
Why is it
or
proprietary?
information that
thinking
you
the
should
same
not be
thing.
having that was ex parte
Why?
with a party,
Why?
state of Georgia.
How about the witness? How about Mr. Copeland, who supposedly announced he's not testifying and he'll sit for 2 years, and then supposedly this honorable court,
Okay.
or excuse me, let me rephrase that. This court supposedly said, I can hold you until the end of this trial. Ms. Hilton supposedly said, actually, all of the defendants and then all 26 people are disposed of. If that's true, what this is coercion, witness intimidation, ex parte communications that we have a constitutional right to be present for. So I understand that you're upset towards me, but I don't know what I did.
Mr. Steele,
I'm
I
doing
still
what
want to
everybody
know,
should
how
do.
did you
I know that's right,
come
sir.
upon this
Come on, Mr.
information?
Steele.
Who told you?
What I want to know is why wasn't I there?
Ooh.
Why, sir, I'm going to hold you in contempt if you don't tell me who this
Wait,
is.
now hold me, Your Honor. Hold me, okay? Because I feel like when it comes to the question of the court, I think that the attorney's question needs to be answered first. Then we could get to who heard, how they heard, or whatever. Because I feel like had things not been broken or violated to begin with, then you wouldn't even have the issue on the back end. See, y'all operated out of order to begin with, so we need to address that first. In my personal, but baby, I don't know. He probably got a listening device, and maybe the witness that's working for y'all probably working for him. Girl, this is messy.
Tell me who this
I
information
don't
was
want to
come
be
from.
held in contempt.
Well,
I'm not
then-
answering that question. That's attorney-client privilege information. I am not answering that.
Attorney-client privilege, unless you were in my chambers, that's the only way you can figure out.
I am
I
telling
tell you
you-
what, I'm going to give you 5 minutes. If you don't tell me who
don't
it
have
is,
to.
This is
if
what-
you don't tell me who it is, I'm going to
This is what pisses me off. You know what? It's the scrunching of the face and the pointing for me. Let me give you 5 minutes. Like, first of all, this is you trying to exercise your power now. Now you're trying to abuse your power up in this BITCH. Okay? And you better be mindful of how you operate, because right now, when I heard this on the news first, I said, now, wait a minute. Now, what? He over there having a conversation with the witness. I immediately thought, okay, that's not how this supposed to go. Okay? And I said, this judge better be very careful, because it seems like he's abusing his power. And let me tell you something. You better be careful and hope that if you got to be up for election of some sort, you better hope the people vote you back in. Why you over there abusing your power, sir? Okay? So when I saw this video, I was like, okay, now I get to see more versus just a little, quick news clip that they gave, and I could really find out like what's happening, because this is my first time watching it with y'all.
I'm going to put you in contempt
I
because
understand.
that is not attorney-client privilege.
Attorney work product privilege. I am not.
How did you get that information
go to
supposedly
answer
from
that
my
question.
chambers? Did somebody tell you?
I'm not. You should have told me.
Ooh.
You got 5 minutes.
Well, I don't need it. I want to continue.
you got 5 minutes?
This is what I was told. Mr. Copeland made statements.
Yeah, you don't want nothing else on that record. That's why you trying to walk out. And the gag was, the whole time you was talking to this man, you was over here looking at the defense team. You was over here looking at them to see what their reactions are, and it's giving some slick stuff is giving in cahoots. Now, granted, I don't know what Young Thug has done, and like I told y'all, I honestly don't care if he get locked up, he don't, oops, whatever. But at the same time, like, that's not how that's supposed to go, sir. And you looking over here at these people, sure, because y'all got some things going on.
That he admitted to killing Donovan Thomas and was. Don't take my notes. No.
Ooh.
Mr. Copeland made statements that he admitted to killing Donovan Thomas and was. Don't take my notes. No. I have a.
He is. He's right behind you.
Sorry, I have a motion that I need to make outside the presence of Mr. Copeland.
All right, you can make it right now. Is he out?
Is this the repeat? I hope this ain't a repeat. Okay, I
good.
think this
All right.
may be a repeat. Yeah, I think this is a repeat. Listen, I'm here for this. The judge got up and walked the hell out. But what happened was the judge did sentence him. Let me see if they show that though. If they let me see.
Witness. How about Mr. Copeland, who supposedly announced he's not testifying?
Okay, yeah,
and
they
he'll
don't have it on that. Let me see, because I want to find the news story because they ended up sentencing this man to what 20 days, and his wife happens to be an attorney as well, and she is filing for an appeal for her husband. Okay, well, this is some messy stuff here. Let's see. Okay, we can get into this one here. All right.
Tonight, a judge ordered Young Thug's lead attorney to spend the next 10 weekends in jail.
That's right, and they say it's because of a secret meeting between the judge, prosecutors, and a star witness. Channel 2's Brian Mims tells us the attorney refuses to say how he found out about it.
That's attorney-client privilege information. I am not
Attorney-client privilege, unless you were in my chambers, that's the only way you can figure out.
The attorney for Young Thug had a long, heated exchange with Judge Euro Glenville. The judge gave Brian Steele 5 minutes to disclose where he learned of the meeting in the judge's chambers with prosecutors. At issue is this star witness for the state, Kenneth Copeland. He spent the weekend in jail after refusing to testify on Friday. Copeland reluctantly took the stand today, but dodged many questions. After a lunch break, Steele said he learned that prosecutors allegedly told Copeland that he could be in jail for the duration of the trial, and even until all 26 defendants have their cases disposed of. Steele said, if true, that's coercion and witness intimidation. Young Thug's other attorney, Keith Adams, said if Steele is removed, he could not continue with the proceedings.
Okay, and the challenge
Mistrial.
in this particular circumstance is that is such a violation of the sacrosanctness of the court's chambers and an ex parte conversation. You're just glossing over that. You're glossing over that.
He glossing over it the same way your ass was glossing over the fact that it even happened, sir.
In its entirety.
Brian Mims, WSB Tonight.
Steele's wife, who is also an attorney, filed an appeal. She's asking that he be released on bond while the appeal is decided. Meanwhile, the judge released Kenneth Copeland tonight, but he must testify tomorrow. Now, Steele is not the first lawyer in this case to face charges. In February, police arrested defense attorney Nicole Fagan.
Oh,
They said she
yeah.
was a suspect in a separate gang case to hide evidence. Then last May, a different defense lawyer got arrested when he brought his prescription pills into court. He avoided jail time by buying lunch for the other lawyers from a strip club. Then, in August, a judge seized a lawyer's laptop that police say a defendant was using to buy contraband from a deputy.
I have been part of the big...
Y'all got all kind of stuff going on with you, Judge Ural, or whoever the hell you is. Your Honor Glanville. I don't know what y'all got going on over there, honey, but y'all gonna have to shift it, change it, rearrange some of them seats over there. Okay. Now I want to go look into the other attorneys and see what this lady talking about, to see what had happened with these folks and why they had got arrested. So many attorneys getting arrested. My God. Well, listen, I'm standing on the side of Young Thug's attorney 100%, and that's really what it's given. Okay, that man said he was standing on all 10s. He ain't giving no information, and I don't even blame that man. And then I believe he asked him. First of all, there was a video where I saw the man telling the judge, like, listen, you're violating my client's constitutional right to have representation because you're locking me up. You know, and basically, I don't agree with this. I don't support this. I don't agree with this, or none of that. Is this where he throws him in jail? Let me see. So wait a minute. Let's get inside.
Okay, Mr. Steele, would you take the podium, please, sir?
Shit, nah.
All right.
Is this the same thing?
All right. Mr. Steele, before I recessed, I asked you, how did you get this information?
and it is not covered by work product. There's only one way you could have gotten it. So I'm going to ask you again.
And I respect that, and it gives me no joy, but as you know, Georgia Rule of Professional Conduct, please check me. Rule 1.6, comment 5 reads, and this is what I have.
Ooh.
1.6.
I know what the rule says, but here's the thing.
Well, let me just.
You need to please tell me who you got it from. I'm not asking you sum and substance of anything as of yet, okay? But I need you to tell me how you got the information. If you don't,
He is so pressed about how he got this information, baby. It got me wondering what else is the judge over there hiding.
tell me how you got the information, I'm going to hold you in contempt.
I understand, and I don't want to be held in contempt.
And I don't want to hold you in contempt, but this is so sacrosanct to have a conversation in my chambers parroted to you and others. It is that serious.
Yeah, and that's why I raised it. It is that serious that we should have been there, and it shouldn't have happened.
Sir, that's a whole separate issue, and that's why ex parte conversations are recorded.
Why would it be ex parte? You're acting like it's ex parte under seal.
It's ex parte. It's ex parte because that's what the state asked me to do. It's just like when you asked me for an ex parte conversation.
I've never asked this honorable court or any court to meet with me and a witness.
And a witness. That's what you keep
Sir,
overlooking.
You're straying
on purpose.
off the issue.
I'm not.
No, you are.
The issue is, how did you get this information?
I understand the issue.
You keep asking and he ain't.
But what I'm trying to ask you is, if you look at comment 5, this is how I understand the law.
You cannot you can't violate something and then use privilege. Okay?
I'm not violating anything.
It sounds like that is what you did, sir. It sounds like you violated something and now you're using your privilege and your power, sir.
Okay, but that's why I'm saying, how did you get information?
But just listen to what I'm trying to tell you. You're threatening me with contempt.
Privilege would occur. The privilege in 1.6 would occur if you were in the right place, right time to begin with. You weren't.
Let me tell you. I'm just reading from it. But if I'm reading it wrong, I'm not trying to. It says 1.6 applies not merely to matters communicated in confidence by the client, but also to all information gained in the professional relationship, whatever its source. So you're asking me to break, you're ordering me, maybe, you're asking me, I'm not saying you're ordering me, but to give you information, and you're saying it's not some substance, but I'm telling you I can't do that under the bar rule.
All right, well, I'm going to hold you in contempt. And you can think about it. 5 o'clock today, we'll see where you are at that stand on that point. Because no, that's not what I understand the rule to be. I've not asked you some in substance of what was said. I asked you how you got it.
You can't do that.
Yes, you can, because I have an idea how you got it.
Well, then, stand on that.
How you got it, but that's improper, sir.
Your idea may be wrong, and you're asking me to listen. I told you the first time. And I'm not going to breach that confidence.
I don't want to hold you in contempt, but this is that serious.
Judge,
you cannot eavesdrop and get information that was not meant for you to hear at that particular point in time.
Judge, listen, and listen, I'll do whatever you want.
No, I
to 5 o'clock or thereafter. But what I'm trying to tell you is, Your Honor, this is so serious to me. We need a hearing, and I'm moving for a mistrial. It is my understanding, based upon information belief,
from whom?
Part of it.
From whom?
Well, I'd like to get the substance first.
You done laughed in this man's face. He finna send you to jail.
Then you'll be in custody until then, because you need to tell me how you got the information. I'm not asking you what was said. You've already kind of given us some snippets of what you said. That tells me that somebody parroted that information to you. So,
but you're assuming something because I told you already.
Well, then, other than if you were sitting, unless you were sitting in there with a recorder, or Miss Love, or Miss Hilton, or one of the deputies gave you that information, or Miss Weaver shot you a rough copy of the transcript, there's only one other person that's left.
Well, Your Honor.
And if that person gave you that information, or shared that information with you, she probably violated privilege.
Well, let me tell you two things. One, I don't know how that is a privilege communication. It shouldn't have
Well,
been
it's
ex
because
parte.
she has a client she's supposed to represent.
Who are you talking
But
about?
anyways, I'm not going to have a...
When I got this information...
I'm not going to have any further conversation
Well,
with you about this. I want to
Okay.
know, the question still remains. I want to know who gave you the information?
I'd like to know what information happened outside our presence. That's
All right.
really it.
He can go into custody at this point in
I
time.
think that the court needs to again declare a mistrial based upon...
Okay, and I'm going to deny your motion. I'm going to deny your motion.
I
for
understand that
mistrial.
you spoke with a
And
witness outside our presence.
And whenever, yes, I had an ex parte conversation, which is
you-
appropriate.
And you influenced the witness.
And
Based on
that is
information
what
I believe,
he's
and
getting
I'd
at.
like to have that all on the record.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why that's so hard to do. If nothing
Okay.
happened bad, that's fine.
I know that's right. I know that is right. If nothing happened, then it should be no issue putting it on the record.
You're acting like, tell me who it is and don't talk about the substance. Why can't we have an issue that was outside our presence? It should not have been.
Because you got some information that you shouldn't have gotten.
Why?
Well, we can. That's for another day.
But why?
Okay,
Why
that's for
did we
another
exclude
day.
in the first place? I didn't know about this stuff.
That's
I raised
for
it
another
before the
day.
court.
So-
I raised it as soon as we found out about it.
Well,
I gave you the case I'm relying on. I assume you read it. If you didn't read it, you should read it. It's a material part, a critical part of the case. When a judge speaks with a witness outside the presence of the accused, the court has said it's right there in Division 2.
okay.
That is a material or critical part of the case, and it's an automatic reversal.
Mr. Steele.
But you're acting like it's
Mr. Steele,
private.
that is not that is not the case when somebody discloses information in a ex parte conversation that one of the parties lawfully asked me to hold.
You're not supposed to have communication with
Come
a
on.
witness who's
Thank
been
you.
sworn.
This is what you
know,
keep
I'm not-
trying to
I'm not
overlook.
telling you, I'm just saying if you read I'm assuming you read it. That's what it says. And
This
you
judge
did it.
pissing me off.
Does the state wish to be heard?
You said it supposedly. And what I'm trying to get to is why did that happen outside of presence? And I need to have I'm respectfully requesting the transcript that you mentioned to be given to us so we could really understand it. And then anything that was not on the transcript, if anything, that we understand what happened outside our presence.
Okay.
And now you have put it where somehow I have to reveal, and I told you the first time, I'd be breaching 1.6. And I know you're assuming something.
I don't think you're breaching 1.6. You can't hide behind 1.6.
I'm not hiding behind
And
anything.
you can't hide behind, yeah, but the thing
You
is,
hide
I
behind
think
your
you got this
role.
information,
This is contradictory.
somebody disclosed it to you, and that's the only way you could have gotten it.
What I got.
Because
what
unless
I
you're
got-
sitting there, you're eavesdropping. So you can't use something ordinarily that you had no business getting to begin with, and then stand on, well, hey, we didn't give you the information, or that a party didn't give you the information.
And you know what's crazy
So-
is telling him that he can't hide behind code 1.6, but you sitting over here hiding behind ex parte. Sir, everything that you're trying to put on him, you have to look at yourself first. In my personal, but you know,
Your Honor, but that's the
I ain't no
issue, isn't it?
attorney.
Well,
Why aren't we
I'll
entitled to the-
that's
But isn't that the
leads
issue?
that leads to be told. But
But,
State, do
but
you have
right
anything
now, we don't know
Mr. Steele.
why we were excluded from that.
Mr. Steele,
And I want that information
stop.
because
Just
Mr.
stop.
Williams' constitutional right on the
Just stop.
Georgia Constitution.
Just stop at this point in time, because
Article 1, Section 1,
because you
paragraph
did, you've
12.
already said
Baby,
that.
you better repeat
You've
them.
already
The
said
Georgia
that.
Constitution, and we have the right to be present.
All right, Mr.
And we're not waiving anything.
Yes.
Ooh,
Ma'am.
we ain't waiting
Ms.
on
Love?
a motherfucking thing. Come on, sir. Sir.
And Your Honor, excuse me. And I know I said this
She's
previously.
Yes, sir.
But we are not accepting any proffer from Ms. Love.
Excuse me.
Okay. All right.
To the court. The court has inquired. We have no way of knowing what it is or who it was that disclosed information that was contained
Hurry up.
within an ex parte conversation. Not only was there an ex parte communication between that we requested as a state to be on record with the court, but there was communication made, I believe, to a person and his lawyer. I don't know that the reason that counsel took the podium was to address that particular issue so much as it was to try and assert an inaccurate, what he calls fact, and put it out there in the open as if it were true. But we certainly have the right to request ex parte communications. That's why we ask that the court reporter be present. This is a matter that the defendants did not have a right to be a part of, as this was a matter
involving a
regarding
witness?
A civil contempt that the court imposed upon a person for not obeying the court's directive. The state read the case that Mr. Steele cited. It does not stand for the proposition. He asserts that it does. And regarding further legal support for our position, we would provide that to the court, but we are more concerned that information that is disclosed in an ex parte setting gets relayed to the parties who are not privy to that. The whole purpose of the ex parte request was so that that did not happen. And we expressed on the record our concerns and our reasons for concern regarding that. We believe that without more information about how that information got relayed to the defendants, we cannot make the kind of assertion I'd be inclined to make. So before making the next set of assertions, I would need to know how that information was made privy to them, to counsels for the defendant. We did not act inappropriately or outside of the rules of professional responsibility. And if need be, we will reach
But you do
out
sound
to
like
the state bar ourselves and ask
reach out to the state bar,
what the
girl.
appropriate remedy is for everything that has happened over the last 2 days, or the last 2 work days, because we are extremely concerned. We have observed a number
I
of
understand the
actions on the
concern.
parts of a number of people that I am not comfortable stating publicly at this time, but that would appear to call for being addressed in some other way. So as to Mr. Steele's request, I guess it was for mistrial. I'm not even certain what all that was. I think it was probably more to make inaccurate assertions on the record public to whomever was within listening shot of his voice. And we would ask that the court strike everything that he said from the time he stood up and started talking after the court asked him where it was that he obtained the information that was made privy in counsel for this court.
All right.
And regarding Rule 1.6, Your Honor, we read 1.6 as it was standing there. 1.6 in no way shields Mr. Steele's answer that the court requested he give. Rule 1.6 has to do with attorney-client privilege, and that is information that Mr. Steele obtained from his client regarding whatever matters. I don't know if the information was leaked to his client from someone who was in chambers or if the information was leaked directly to Mr. Steele. In either event, it is concerning and in no way falls under the protections of Rule 1.6.
I like how she kind of tried to flip that, and the way she took her time. I'm glad I fast forwarded her the way she was taking her time because she was trying to be very careful for what she said for the record purposes. But at the end of the day, it still sounds like you confirmed what Mr. Steele was saying the whole time about y'all having a side conversation with the witness because you didn't like how he was operating within the courtroom. So y'all took him back into the judge's chambers so that y'all can somewhat kind of blackmail him or intimidate him, as Mr. Steele said. Like, we need you to cooperate because if not, we're going to have you locked up for the next 2 years and you're going to be in here until all the other witnesses go and this, that, and the other. Like, that's kind of what it sounds like. Like, as careful as you were trying to be with your wording, to me, it did seem like you were confirming exactly what he said. Y'all pulled a witness in with the judge to intimidate him. So it sounds like y'all can have ex parte conversations outside, but after the witness had been sworn in, all members are supposed to be a part of that conversation, and that seems to be something that y'all may have violated according to him. But let's keep going.
If the court would allow me a moment.
All right.
I don't care about this moment now. Let's move on.
Appropriate remedies that we believe are available.
All right.
No, it
From the
is.
court's chambers. I represent Mr. Williams, and my statements are in regards to my representation of Mr. Williams. He has two attorneys.
Okay, yeah, he does, but
The court now having found Mr. Steele in contempt, if the court continues in that position, that leaves Mr. Williams represented, at least at this juncture, by myself. That puts me in a position of making sure the court is aware that I'm in receipt of the same information that Mr. Steele received. I'm of the same opinion that the court has engaged in behavior that I believe compromises and corrupts the continuation of this trial. I do believe that we are entitled to and should receive a copy of the transcript so that a full investigation can be made as to what we believe has occurred here. And so I take the same position as Mr. Steele. I am asking for a mistrial, as he did previously, and I'm telling the court that I do not believe that we can proceed at this point based upon the information we've received.
With how messy this case is, it should be a mistrial.
My statements are in regards to my representation of Mr. Williams, and if Mr. Steele is going to be held in contempt, I have exactly the same position. I also do not.
well,
believe
I asked him, so I didn't ask you.
Yeah.
So, but I'll leave it at that. Okay.
Now, who coming up next?
8:30 for a 9 o'clock start. I would not be honest with the court if I said I was here at 8:30, but I was probably here at about 8:40. We did not start till approximately, I'm estimating 11 o'clock. Clearly, we figured something was going on. We were given no information about any meeting, who
So
was
is you the
meeting,
snitch?
what the meeting was about, or whether the meeting was ex parte or not ex parte, who requested the meeting, who was in the meeting. We were completely in the dark, and quite frankly, we kind of remain in the dark. I
Oh, bitch, let
am
me
not
rewind.
a false accuser, okay? I do not just willy-nilly.
I had to rewind this man. Because if these
As
is
you know, I represent
thugs.
Shannon Stillwell. On behalf of Shannon Stillwell, I am
Okay.
going to be moving for a mistrial,
Ooh.
first and foremost. I just want to clear up a few things that have been said. Today, we were instructed to come 8:30 for a 9 o'clock start. I would not be honest with the court if I said I was here at 8:30, but I was probably here at about 8:40. We did not start till approximately, I'm estimating 11 o'clock. Clearly, we figured something was going on. We were given no information about any meeting, who was meeting, what the meeting was about, or whether the meeting was ex parte or not ex parte, who requested the meeting, who was in the meeting. We were completely in the dark, and quite frankly, we kind of remain in the dark. I am not a false accuser, okay? I do not just willy-nilly accuse people of things. So, I'm not going to throw out spurious allegations like the ones that have been thrown at me over the past couple days that are absurd. But I will say, Your Honor, what I do know is just based on what we've heard over the last 20 minutes, it appears there was a meeting that I knew nothing about that involved Your Honor, the district attorneys, and a witness who had been sworn in. My client was not given an opportunity to be present at this critical stage. This was a critical stage in this trial. That error is a foundational structural error in this case, and it is the cause for an immediate mistrial. Additionally, Your Honor, I believe that this meeting, again, I'm going to ask for the transcript, and I'm going to ask for the recordings as well, should they exist. But I believe that this may have also, this meeting with a witness, without us present, may have made the district attorneys and or Your Honor a witness to this, in this case, a material witness in this case. And finally, Your Honor, I'm going to ask for, as soon as possible, I'm going to ask that these proceedings be halted until we can obtain an accurate final transcript for what occurred where none of the defendants or defense counsel were present for, and also the recordings of that meeting so we can see where we are. Again, I'm not going to sit up here and make false accusations or spurious allegations, but I do think we need to figure out what happened. We need to be in the know and not in the dark about what happened when a meeting occurs with a witness that has been sworn in. And we're not invited to the party. So those are my requests, Your Honor. I think it's necessary at this time to put a halt to these proceedings. I am moving for a mistrial. I have not waived anything. I just found out about this information. It is timely, and that's our stance, Your Honor. Thank you.
I've noted your motion for mistrial. It's denied. Okay, are you same thing? You want the Harvey? Okay, all right. Okay, Mr.
I think that's messed up. Everybody standing up motioning for a mistrial because your ass was unethical and you hurrying up and denying them. I feel like when somebody requests a mistrial, I don't know if that should specifically only be on that judge. I feel like he should have somebody else to back that decision to confirm that that is what it is that they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Child, this is a fucking mess. But the dude we just saw, that's another YSL member's manager. Attorney. Shannon Steelwell or something like that, another member of YSL. That's who he's representing. So all of their attorneys are there. So y'all done had a whole sit down with the prosecution, but you got all these damn attorneys here, and they're not made privy of what was going on inside that ex parte meeting with a witness that had been sworn in. Child, this is messy here, honey.
All right.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Sergeant Matthews here on behalf of Mr. Mark Williams.
Okay.
We are also adopting all the arguments that have been made.
All right, sir.
I wish he would come to the mic, child.
We also, Your Honor, we were here at the appropriate time, and when the court did come out, we were not made aware that there had been any communication that was had, that was on the record, just in the point of just letting the parties know that there had.
Can y'all hear him?
I had my suspicions that that was likely what was going on, but I could not reduce that to a fact. When the court came out, the court did not argue that based upon, again, ex parte, we don't have to know the substance all the time. Just the fact that there was that meeting, Your Honor, would have at least put us on some notice that there was something that was going on, even beforehand. I thought that would have been the appropriate move.
Right.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm asking the court for mistrial. I believe that it's appropriate here under these facts and circumstances. Thank you.
All right, motion for mistrial denied.
Motion for mistrial
Mr. Williams?
denied. I don't think he should be able to do that.
All right, thank you, madam. Motion's denied. Mr. Garner?
They
Okay,
all
so
need to
noted.
come together
All
and
right.
remove your ass off the case.
Okay, Mr. Steele, last time. Who told you?
None of your fucking business. You done sat up here and went through everybody and then gonna come
All
back
right,
to him
Mr.
like he
Steele's
supposed to tell you
in
something.
custody. And once he clears the area, we'll go ahead and get started.
If by that point we'll get started, resume the trial, Your Honor.
Yeah, we're going to continue. I'm not called nothing.
I'm not going to participate in the trial without this deal.
You don't have that luxury at this point in time, sir. You don't. You don't.
I don't like
have
this
that luxury.
judge.
You don't have that luxury at this point in time. You don't.
Without the court addressing the issue, we believe that Jami.
Sir, you all are really getting yourselves cross purposes at this point in time. Sir, I'm telling you, you are at this point in time. You made some things out of nothing. I think that you're on very precarious ground at this point in time. So I'm telling you at this point in time, he's in custody. We're going to go ahead and start. You can represent Mr. Williams. That's okay. That's fine. I'll take up the other stuff as needed, but I'm not going to take it up right now. Say again?
They need to get him off the case.
Sir, you have to. Well, you're gonna have to do the best you can at this point in time, because you don't get to extort the court. That's what you're attempting to do at this point in time, sir. Yes, you are. What you're trying to do is, I'm not going forward if I don't get this. You know, it doesn't work that way, Mr. Adams. And I'm telling you at this point in time, I would just kind of govern yourself accordingly, sir. I'm telling you.
He telling you to travel lightly for your ass being contempt too, and you be locked up with your homeboy. Okay, I'm trying to save at least one of y'all. Okay, and I'm really trying to save a nigga. Okay, hello. Look at the court reporter, bitch. I'm hollering at this face. Oh Lord.
As the court, under these particular circumstances, everything will come out as it should. I don't think, sir, I don't have enough information at this point in time to address it. I don't. But I'm telling you at this point in time, there is nothing that was given, said, whatever, this morning. That.
If there is any accuracy to some of the information that we are.
But sir, I don't even know. Your co-counsel won't even tell me who said whatever. Okay. And the challenge I'm having in this particular circumstance is that is such a violation of the sacrosanctness of the court's chambers and an ex parte conversation. You're just glossing over that. You're glossing over that in its entirety. No.
You're glossing over that. You're glossing.
Sir. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. I'm just telling you, that's not what happened.
Judge, respectfully, we are not obligated to simply accept that there's been no violation. We believe that there has been. And the only
Okay,
way
well
that
then
that
you made
does not be
you
addressed.
you made it. You made you. No, we're not doing that at this point in time. So you'll have a choice to make. All right, take Mr. Steele into custody, please.
Everybody over there with the same face, like you want them. You think telling them that what they learned is nothing of what they learned, and then want them to just go with it when they feel uncomfortable with what just happened. I don't like that. Like, just because you the judge, they supposed to go along and just be like, okay, y'all file a complaint.
Your Honor, would the court afford me 1 moment to confer with counsel regarding the appropriate remedy in this type of
Okay, all right.
May I say one thing, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. You certainly may.
He thought he was going to
Williams
tell
does
him
not
something.
wish to go forward without me being here. You are removing me against his will, my will. You're taking away his right to counsel. And you're conducting material parts of this trial without me present, and I can't learn about it by watching online. So for that reason, additionally, I asked for a mistrial. And I assume you deny, but I'd like you to deny our motions for mistrial. You denied the other people.
I've denied your motion, but I'll certainly take that under advisement, sir.
Oh, wow. But he also wanted to serve his time over there in the same jail that Young Thug will be at, so that they can continue to kind of work on the case or whatnot. And it seems like he's only supposed to serve over the weekend. So he has 20 days. So it seems like he may be out free during the week or something. And then he got to report to jail on the weekends. But his wife is trying to get it appealed so that he could be out on bond or whatever during that time before he's supposed to serve. So technically he's not in jail or whatnot. But also, I'm sure him being held in contempt and going into jail could possibly be a strike on his record as a member of the bar. So that's another reason why they probably want to get it appealed. But I feel like the judge was on his high horse just to be throwing around, you know, his power or whatnot. And he wants to focus on how you get this information. And I understand the judge wanting to know that, because these are my chambers. How did you get that? Like, that's a violation. But at the same time, you got all these defense attorneys saying that you guys engaged in a conversation that was not supposed to include a witness that had been sworn in. And based on the details that came from that, sounds as though you guys were trying to intimidate him. And that is tactics that we do not use here. And that's in violation, okay? So it seemed like everybody was out here just on some damn violation type stuff, okay? Child, it's all giving sus. But listen, that's all that I got at this time. I thank you guys so much for joining me. Go ahead and like up the video. If you have yet to subscribe to the channel, honey, subscribe to the channel, all right? I'm JamiThatsMe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JamiThatsMe, child. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.
My city and cul-de-sac, coming out swinging like soldier rag, leading my people like quarterback. But I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda, we hitting the jeweler, the flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some batteries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer.